Yeah, good evening, guys. Hello. Am I audible, guys?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, student.
Yeah,
Good
good
evening.
evening, student.
Thank you. Thank you. So let me share my screen. I think in last class, what we discussed, I think we started the CRUD operation over the database, right?
Yeah,
I
Yes.
remember. Okay, let me. Okay, so this is the one. So we completed the read DB, right? I think where is it? Is okay. So this is the one we are checking. Let me open it. Okay, now we are going to see how we can insert the data inside of the database. And 1 second. Everybody install this SQL, right?
Yes.
Oh, you guys are able to see my screen, right? No?
no,
Oh, 1 second. I think that disable. Okay, now, right.
Yes.
Yeah, it is so my username is the Kanak. I think the, one
Mule.
second. I'm increasing this font size. Okay. Connect the mule and
Mule
password
demo.
is the mule demo. So to the table name, select star from employee, I think. Okay. So I'm inserting the two records inside of my table from SQL side, but I want to perform the same operation by using the mule one. Okay. So I'm passing some JSON data as a payload. Whatever the data I am passing, that data should be inserted inside of the database. That is my requirement. Okay. So first we can see what we are going to do. We can create a one endpoint. So for the common endpoint, I'm going to create it for all the one. Let's see. So localhost, I think I can show it. Localhost :8081 the slash API slash employee. Okay, so you can see I'm creating one endpoint and I want to create a different mechanism. So how we can able to change the different meaning of your endpoint by changing the name of the method. You can see every time we no need to change any endpoint name. We can use the same endpoint by changing the name of the method, and we can change the or we can hit the other method definition, right? You can see this is my reading operation. Now what is your requirement? You need to perform write operation. For the write operation, which one we need to put here?
Post.
Post method. Okay, and let me. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, now you tell me what is the protocol I'm using. HTTP is my protocol. What is my host name? Localhost. What is my port number? 8081. And then what about this API? What is this
Yes,
one?
sir. We
This
are
given
giving the
this
path.
one. This is the one you can call it as a base path. Okay, this is your endpoint. Okay, so generally we need to follow like this one. API in some of the projects they are following the end path like this one. API slash v1. So something. Okay, so now onwards we can follow this manner. Okay, so go on, see how we can change the endpoint, how we can add the base path for your HTTP listener, where we need to add the end path
Path.
that we can. So just go path is nothing but your endpoint. We need to add the base path. So where we can see that base path means definitely it is available inside of your HTTP configuration. Then go here, simply click on here. You can simply scroll down. What is this one?
Base path.
So here we need to specify API slash v1 is your base path. Okay, then we can come here. So here instead
Employee.
of every time we need to give the only one endpoint, that is employee. I think we already set this
Method.
methods right at Gallout. Okay. Now this entire definition is for the reading operation. So generally we can write like this one. This is my display name. Okay. Now the same way I want to create one more flow. That flow intention is it is always inserting the data. Like now you guys guide me how we can able to do that one. I can
HTTP listener.
HTTP listener. 1 second. HTTP listener. Then first we can use the same thing. Then we need to change any endpoint. We don't
No.
need to change any employee. Then we can go to the advanced allowed method. This time I
Post.
want to use the post method. So
Display
then
name.
go to the display name, generally the post, and it should be
Employee.
employee. Okay, this is the simple one. Always you better to start with the logger.
Logger.
Okay, we can place the logger. So what is the intention of this logger? This logger is always performing the post stop, right? So post data flow call something. strts starts at. So generally we can need to display the timestamp. How we can display the
Now.
timestamp? By
Now.
using the now. So this is the one. The what is the next one? So you are sending some data, right? So where you are sending the data from the postman body section, you are sending the data. So
Insert.
right, so that data is available inside of the what payload. Then which operation you need to perform?
Database insert.
Insert operation. So this is the insert operation, right? I'm drag and drop over here. So which database connection I want to use? I already configured the previous class, so I'm using the same thing. Then here we need to write your SQL command. So insert command. So how we can write insert command? Insert into what is the table name? Employee. The next one is insert
Values.
into employee values. So here the insert have following the two kind of syntaxes. First I will show the normal one, then we can go for the particular one. So you need to give the whatever the columns you are created, the table creation, same order we need to provide here. Employee ID is a 103. So the next one is we need to give the Smith name. What is the name? Martin
John.
Smith is there. John, we can give John, GHYN John. Then the job role is, for example, he is a tester.
Admin.
Then the salary we can give something 35,000 per month. Then the phone number I can give 75356, something like this one. Then okay. Oh, why it is showing error? Can anyone
Single
identify?
quotes tester.
Semicolon.
Yeah. So
Single
we need
quotes.
to follow
Double
the
quotation.
single quotes here. Okay. Yeah. Now we can
Yeah.
hit it. One row is inserted. The same insert command I want to use there, right? So I can copy this one. Otherwise, we need to write it here. Here we need to write the command. So instead of writing, I'm copy pasted. Okay, so that's it, right? Is there anything, for example, I want to insert 104. So inside of the Jana, I can give the Steve.
William. Steve.
Yeah. So he is not a
Admin.
tester. He is an admin. Okay, good. Admin, something we can keep it as everything, right? Then so let's see whatever the after performing the insert operation, it is also generating some output. So what is the output? We need to inspect it. How we can able to inspect it? So there is output option there. You can simply select that component, go to output. Here you can see the payload. Inside of the payload, it is written two values. Affected rows, how many rows you are inserted, that that is the data it is returning. One more thing is generated key. What is this generated key? We will explain later. First, I'm displaying the how many rows we are inserted, that the data is available inside of
Payload output.
payload dot affected rows, right? I am displaying that one. Transform message. Always good to give the proper response. So here I am giving the response. I'm inserting the data, right? Here you need to remember one interview question. So for the ideal situation, what is the success? Success, what is the status code you are getting?
20.
200, right? For the insert operation, just remember, generally it should return 201, 202. That's like it's written. So I am giving status equal to 201. Okay, then I am giving the message like something data posted successfully.
Row affected.
Then data posted successfully. Then after this one, I want to display the affected rows. CTD affected rows. So where it is available inside of the
payload dot.
1 second. Okay. Payload data. So where it is available, affected rows. So this is the way I am created the response. So you can simply save and try to execute it. Let's see. So here we can introduce one more example. There you can understand everything. First, before I can show you what is the data inside of this one. Select a star from employee. Okay, there are 3 rows are available. Let's see. After hitting this, 1 second. It's deployed. Okay. Meanwhile, we can run. What is our endpoint? API slash
V1.
v1 slash employee. So your method should be first we will start with the get and then we can see the remaining things. It is still in loading. Oh. Yeah, it started. First we can hit the get method. Then you can see when we hit the get method, it is automatically displaying the, oh, it is not showing the third one, right? Why it is not showing third one? We are missing the comment. Okay, we can hit one more time. Let's see. So there are 3 records are available, right? Then we have the insert post operation and we can hit it. You can see invalid character. Why? 1 second. Is there anything we are written wrong? 104 Steve admin 35,000 and something. 1 second. Insert into employee values. Okay. Everything is correct now. Admin 35,000. Okay. We are missing. We no need to place any semicolon there. That is the error. Okay. Just wait for it. Okay. It's deployed. Then we can hit it one more time. Now you can see I am getting the 200, but you can see what the status code we are getting 201. Data posted successfully. How many rows you are inserted?
1.
1. Let's retrieve that is it available inside of your database or not. You can see this is the one you are inserted just now. Okay, let us say for example I'm again try to execute my post method. Then what happens? Let's see. You can see again I'm insert that the new row. Let's go on to see inside of the get what it is returning. You can see
Same.
you can closely observe it. What you can see the same record is inserted again. Why it is inserted again the same record?
Because post is idempotent.
Sure. Is there any other reasons are there? You can closely observe of your insert command. You can see you are hard coded the values, right?
Yes.
That means you are executing this insert command 1,000 times. 1,000 times what data is inserted?
Same data.
Same
again.
data, right? But this is your requirement now. So this is not your requirement. Whatever the data you are sending as a payload, that data should be come here. That data only we need to insert it. That is your requirement, right, guys?
Yes.
So first we can send data. Then we will see one more time. Okay, so this is the way I'm sending my data in the body section. Okay, so my requirement is whatever the data I am sending here. Okay, so employee ID, you can see I am using the smaller letters. Just remember this is the case sensitive, all the keys are. That's why I'm changing to the phone number and salary. So whatever the data, for example, here I am sending the my data as a 201 and the name is Raja. So he is the admin something. This is the one. So whatever the data here I am sending, that data should be inserted inside of my database. So where this entire data is available? Where this entire data is available?
Body.
You are sending the body. Body means technically inside of where it is available.
Payload.
The payload, right? So for
Payload.
example, I want to access this Raja. How we can able to access it? Payload dot.
Name.
So admin, you want access payload dot job, right? Now, whatever the values you are propagating here, that should be coming here. Okay. So instead of 104, we need to write it. See here, we can follow two kind of syntaxes. First, you can see. So here we need to pass your input parameter. So how we can pass the input parameters directly means you can give the shortcut name and you can give it. For example, here, what is your first name? So here, what is your first name? What is your table name? Mean you need to give the employee ID, right? So here I am giving the employee ID is equal to, so something like this one. Here also we can able to give it. So whatever the name here you are giving, employee ID. So whatever you are seeing the variable name here, you can start this called as input parameter. So instead of writing multiple times, what we generally do is we can directly write the employee ID like this one. So otherwise you can see here, maybe you're getting confused. You can give whatever the variable name here you are passing, that value is passed as the first argument of your input query. So, right, understand, guys? What is your second one? You need to pass the second input parameter, that is your name. So, what is the third one? We need to follow the same order: ID, name, and the next
Job.
one is the job, and what is the next one is the salary, and the last one is your phone number. Okay, you are just creating that, you are just pass the input parameters, but we need to map these names with the values, right?
Yeah.
So these are just names, just like X, Y, Z, something. So we need to map X equal to whatever the value you are passing from the payload, we need to map it. So where we can map those values means here you can able to see what is this one.
Input parameter.
So
Parameters.
in the input parameter section, we can able to map it. Just enable the data view expression, and here we need to create a JSON object. Just remember. So just we need to create JSON object. So whatever the first variable name.
ID.
ID.
So ID, we can give the ID, and we need to map the value here. Either you can hard coded the value, either you can give the data from your input parameters. Where your data is available?
Payload.
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 Payload
Yeah.
dot
Yeah.
ID, right? So what is the second value? You want to give it the name. So the name is also coming from the
Payload.
payload
Payload name.
dot name. And what is the third one? Job,
Job.
right? So job you can able to give. So payload dot job. What is the last one? And salary, I think.
Salary and phone
Salary we
number.
are going to payload dot salary, and the last one is the phone number. For example, for the phone number, if you want to hard code it, whatever the value you don't like it, you want to hard code it, then we can able to give the value like here. Okay, just remember. So either you can create the value from the payload, otherwise you want to hard code it, you can able to hard code it. Okay, that means meaning of this whatever you are just done is you are inserting the value instead of hard coding the value. We are just create the names of your input parameter. For those input parameter, we are mapping the value where it is available. In this example, my data is available from the payload. That's why I'm mapping the payload.id, payload.name, something. Okay, let's save and try to execute this time. Let's see what happens. Whether it is picking the same value what we are inserted, or let's say. Then we can here, you can see my employee ID. Then we can hit it. 1 second. You can on. Oh, why it is not performing insert operation? Anyone identified why it is not
Employee ID.
performing?
Method. Post method.
Yeah, so we need to change the get method to post method, then hit it. Now we can see 201 data posted successfully and everything. So let's go and see by using the get. Go to the last one. You can see. Oh, okay. So
Employee.
it is showing the null. Why it is showing the null? Because in here from my
Employee.
payload ID is available inside of the employee ID, but at the time of mapping, I think we
ID.
are mapped ID. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to more. Okay. Let's save one more time and hit it. Okay. Then hit it one more time. Oh, it is get data. Then we can change the post and hit it. Now we are inserted one record, then get and run one more time. Let's see the last record. You can see whatever the data you are passing, that is inserted, right? You can observe it. So instead of hard coded the value, this is the way we can able to pass it. For example, I am passing one more value. This time I can go for the 302. Instead of Raja, we can give Rani, and tester. I can mention as a tester something. Phone number 3267889 something. So moreover, you can see here we no need to follow the same order. Maybe your data is coming in different one, no problem. So at the message time, it is reallocated. You can see we no need to follow any order. Just observe it. While sending the your input data, we no need to pass the any order. Why? Because at the time of inserting only, it is following the order. Okay. First you are enter the job, no problem. So we can insert it. I think we need to change the post, and you can see getting the data and go on see the get method whether that data is inserted or not. You can see 302 it is inserted, right?
Yeah.
So this is the way we can able to pass dynamic values to your query
Database.
dynamic values to your database query. Okay, so this is the way we can able to eliminate the hard coded value and we can convert it as a this the one. Okay, this is the all about the creating the dynamic. For example, here there is a select is there now. So here, for example, I don't want to select all the queries. I want particular employee ID values only. I want to get it. So what is my requirement? Whatever the employee ID I am passing, that employee ID values only I want to get it. So generally, how we can write the command? You can say first I can write the select command. Then so select star from employee where. So what is the one employee ID,
Employee
right? So we can take it as a employee ID
equals
is equal to whatever the name. For example, I am giving the 103. That value only I am getting. The same way, whatever the employee ID I am passing as a query parameter, that particular data only I want to retrieve it. Okay. Otherwise, so for example, instead of employee ID, I am giving job equal to. So what is the
admin.
one? HR.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. You can see. So this is the way I want to create one flow. Okay. I don't want to pick all the employees. So I want to pick particular job I am sending that one only. So how we can pass this job? So by using the query parameter I am passing. Okay. That means my query is for the get I am passing like this one. Job equal to, sorry, job equal to HR. So in this situation, what is my expectations? I want to display only
HR.
HR only, right? So I want to create this one. So how we can write the query here? Here, where job is equal to. So here we need to write the query, right? How we can write the query? Job equal to. So we need to pass the value, right? So here we need to create the input parameter. Generally, we can use the same column name. Then here we need to write that query. Tell me how we can pass the whatever the query parameter value here, how we can pass this here.
Attributes dot query
Tell me. Attributes dot
query params.
query params dot whatever the query parameter name you are passing. What is the query parameter name you are passing?
Job.
HR or job?
Job.
Job. So we need to pass here. Okay, that's job. That's it. Okay. For example, I'm not passing any query parameter value. Then let us say, for example, this is the success scenario. Let's see what is the failure scenario for this query. If you are passing the HR, then it is executing. But the query parameters are the optional one, na? And let's see. Okay, let's say this is the one I am setting. You can see I am getting the data job equal to HR only. Okay, for example, here I am testing one more thing. I think a tester is there, right?
Yeah.
Tester. Okay, tester is there. For example, I'm not passing any query parameter, then what happens? I'm not passing any query parameter, then what happens? Is there any data it is returning?
No.
Why it is not returning any data? Anyone?
Ideally, it should return all the list, right?
That is your expectation, but it is not returning now.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can see what is the query you are written for the select command. By default, you are checking with the job only. So when it is got executed, when we pass the query parameter, then only it needs to be work. If you are not passing any query parameter value, then we need to write one more select query that is returning the all the writer, right? That is your requirement, right?
Yes.
So we need to change this meaning, right? So that means first we need to check the query parameters. If the query parameter having the job equal to something, then we need to execute this query. And if you are not passing any query parameter, then we need to return all the employees, right?
Yeah.
So how we can able to store the query parameter values? So instead
At-
of every time instead of
Set
adding
variable.
this one, we need to we need to create a variable. And I am placing the before then. So here I am giving, I am storing this entire attributes or some part of the attributes or query parameters. So here we can save. So we, what is the one query parameters, right? We can give query params. Okay. So where it is coming? Attributes dot query params. That means you can, sorry. 1 second. So I am saving all the query parameters inside of the variable name v query params. So what is your requirement? What is your requirement? First, we need to check, right? So what we need to check it, if the query parameter inside of the query parameter, the job value is there, then we need to move to the but particular SQL command. If it is not there, then we need to perform different one, right? So for this one, so how we can able to check it? By using the choice router. I think I already explained this choice router, right? If when we entering the application.json, right? Otherwise, I will explain here. The choice router is nothing but just like your if and else kind of statement. Okay, so here first the when always indicates here we need to write the condition. So what is your first conditions? We need to check the data inside of the variable and main query parameter value, and if the query parameter is there, then we need to run this command. If the query parameter is not there, then we need to return all the data, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So where is your query parameter now? Your entire query parameter is available inside of which variable?
Set variable.
Then how we can get the value inside of a variable?
Vars
Vars dot
dot
v
v.
query params, right? So this query parameter name is equal to what is the job, right?
Yes.
Here
So
also we are hard coding, right? Job. There
that
may be
means
any query parameter.
that's depending on, then we need to write the different condition. Here, what is my requirement?
Only job.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
So if you need to check the multiple, that means you need to create the expression according to that one. Okay. So there is no magic is there. Everything we need to create it. That's it.
Okay.
So for the external point of view, there imagine it is a magic, but as a programmer, it is your duty to handle all the things. So in this scenario, I am passing only one query parameter, that is the job. If the query parameter name is there, the job, then we need to proceed it. Okay. So what is your proceeding? So we need to execute this one. Then we can drag and drop here. That's it. Okay. If we are not passing any query parameter, then other than any query parameter you are passing, what is your requirement? So you need to
Right. One more.
display
All
the
all
you need to
records.
display the all
One
the
more
record.
select.
Then
the
we need to
records.
place one more record. Then here. So here we need to write full command select
Star
star
from
from what is
employee.
this one? Employee. That is the one. Okay. That's it. So for this one, we no need to change it, right? Let's save it. And we can execute. Let's test it. So it is working as per our requirement. You pass the query parameter job and its value, then it is picking. So if you are not passing any query parameter other than the job, let's see. But someone is asking, so we are passing the multiple query parameters. So we
Yes.
can able to write it one by one. We can see it. Okay, you can see first we will see the I'm not passing any query parameter. Let's see what it is returning. You can see it is returning
List.
the all
List.
the data, right? For example, I am passing it. What is the one? Job equal to I think HR, right?
Yeah.
Let's check it. Now you can see. Oh, this time also it is returning the full, right? So
Yes.
that means it is not picking this value, right? Let's check it. So this is the problem is arising. How you guys are able to solve this one generally?
Null debug.
Yes, so you need to run the debug mode and we will inspect it for the each step for this command. At this point, we are getting this query parameter or not, and let's check it. Okay, let's add the debug and we can debug the program. Let's check it. So how we can able to solve the where we can identify the problem, everything now you are going to see. So your logic is correct, but you don't know whether this query parameter's value is coming or not, right? So let's see it. Once it is deployed, then we are going to see one by one. Troubleshooting the flows is most crucial, right? Okay, it is deployed. Then we move to the debugging prospective mode. Okay, then we can hit one more time. Let's see. So now first we will inspect it. So what are the attributes I am coming? So where we can see this is the attribute section. Go there and you can see which one we need to check it. The query parameter we need to check it. You can see there is a one query parameter I am passing. What is that query parameter? You can
Job
see.
equal to HR.
So the query parameter job equal to HR, right? So that means one query parameter is there. Okay, then
It's big.
next we can move to the next component. 1 second. So is there any variables are there?
No.
No variables. Then we can move to the next component. Let's see. Okay. Now we are at this one. Still my attributes are there. There no problem. Then we can move to the next one. Now we are closely observe it. Now we are created one variable. Let's go and see inside of that variable. So this is contains the v query parameter and it is size is the one and it is the key value the job and HR. That means inside of the query parameter also we have the values.
Okay. It's pick up,
Okay.
picking
That
up
means
that well.
yeah. So we are picking the value, right? But you can closely observe it. You can see this is the map. Okay. So v query parameter, right? So but closely observe it. The v query parameter is contains the multiple values. That means it is a string. Sorry, it is an array. That's why it is showing the zeroth position value, first position value, second position value, right?
Okay.
Okay, that is the point you have to remember, because whatever the query parameter you are saving, it is stored inside of an array. But you can see, you can observe it here, what is the condition you are returning. So what is the condition you are returning? Where's dot v query pams directly you are calling. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, this is an array.
Array.
Inside
Yeah.
of an array, there is an index, starting index 0 is there. Inside of that only your job is there. Right?
Correct. Yes.
So here, moreover, what is the key value here?
Job.
Job in HR.
So that means we need to check this value, right? So how we can able to check it? Is this clearly indicates this is an array?
Yes.
That how we can check that one? Any ideas?
Query params dot key.
Tell me. I am telling this is an array, right? We need to give the 0th index. Then
Dot key.
so it should be give the dot
Key.
key. What is the key? Is it
Job.
correct? Let me check it. You can see, always don't expect the direct answer. Keep on trying 1 or 2 times, then you can get it. Okay. Let's save the program. First we will hit this one. Then we can save the program. Let's try it, all the possibilities. Then you can understand how we can able to access your query parameters properly. Okay. If you tell me directly, then you guys don't remember all these things. Just practice all the scenarios. Let's check it. Okay. First, always we will see what are the attributes. Attributes dot, what is the one second. Query params, you can see these are query parameters. You can see query params, it is creating only one query parameter. Query params dot that particular job, right? You are calling.
Yes.
That's the same thing, right? Then we will see this one. So there is no variables. Okay. Then we are getting the variables here. What is the variable name? So v query params I am getting. The next one is it is creating the one. Let's see. So what is the one? Let's check it. So what is the condition you are written? You can see still it is throwing an error. Why it is throwing an error? Because there is no value, is the key is there. Okay. That means technically it is showing as a key, but that is not a key. Okay. Let me hit it one more time and we will see this time correctly how we can get that value. Please go on mute, guys. Okay. So this is the one you need to pick it. So where's dot v query pams mod, we can get it entire thing, right? So for example, this is the situation you are getting. So how we can able to print those values means it is very simple. Whenever we are stuck at anywhere, you can simply put a logger and try to print that value, right? Whatever the condition you are you wanted, where's dot vcopams dot, what is the variable name? Job, right? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, let's try this one. Okay, because I don't know what is the value it is written by this query parameter, right? I'm checking that value with something, right? So let's check the program. This is the second one. In the debug mode also, I'm still not able to identify whether I'm picking the correct one or not. The second one is we can simply put the logger and we can inspect what is the value inside of this one and we can check it. Okay, what is the value it is returning? It is returning in the form of object or everything. So we can check it, so different possibilities. Okay, let's hit it. Definitely it is returning the failure condition, but we will see the logs. Okay, what is the one? Okay. So what is the value it is returning?
HR.
That means it is returning the value, not the key,
Key.
right? That what is your requirement now,
You should return the key.
right? Then how we can get the key?
Dot key jobs. Oh.
But right, how we can get it? So there is one more parameter is there, that is your query string. You guys are observing there are two parameters in C in the debugging mode. One is the query parameter. The second one is a
String.
query string is also there. I will show you. Okay. 1 second. Okay. We will go in the debug mode. There you can inspect it. And sometimes we need to pick the query string, not the query PAMs. I will show you 1 second. Okay, it's a deploy. Now we can hit this one. Now you can closely observe the attributes. So where is your query? This is the one. Now you can observe it. This is your query parameters. Below there is one more thing is available. What is this one?
Query string.
So you can see inside of the query string, your entire expression is available, whatever the query parameter you are passing. So there you can see this is the string, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So here
Yes.
maybe we can use this query string and we can pick the first value and maybe we can check that one, right? This is also we can able to follow, right?
Yeah.
So we will go for this one. Okay. So whatever the query string is there, I'm picking that one. It is a string. Then we can search it. It contains the job, the word job. Then it is automatically. We can treat it as we am passing I am passing the key, right? Job. Okay. So we can follow that one. So these are some possibilities. Okay. I will write that one. Let's check it. So here instead of saving the query PAMs here, what we need to get it?
Query string.
Query string. Okay. Then here I'm printing the whatever the query PAMs. Okay. Let's hit it here. Where's dot query PAMs. Okay. Contains what is the word? The job. Okay. Then we can save and we can debug the program one more time. Let's inspect it at each level. Maybe you can also suggest one more answer tomorrow. Maybe you can search how we can pick the query parameters and how we can search it. Okay. As of now, I'm following a simple query string. Otherwise, maybe there are other answers also there. Just follow it. Because why I'm repeating all this question means in the real-time project, these are the different challenging scenarios. So when we pass the single query parameter, everybody can able to do it. But in sometimes we are passing either 3 or 4 multiple query parameters, and depending on that one, we need to pick one. So in those situations, how we can able to access the query parameters and how we can check that one particular is available or not. So these are some challenging scenarios maybe you are facing, and these are all the scenario based interview questions inside of your Mule interview point of view. Just remember, they never ask the straight questions in the Mule. They always explain the scenario like this one, then how we can able to get this one. So these are the some scenarios they're asking. That's why I'm displaying, I am showing all these things. Okay, let's hit it. Let's inspect what is the values inside of everything. So still there is no value inside of my variable. Let's see, there is only one variable value, that is you can see this is my query parameter value. And after executing of this logger, let's go and see. You can see this is entire string, right?
String.
So in this entire string is nothing but this is an array. Then I'm performing the one search condition. Now you can see now I'm entering into this one. Observe it. So that means whatever the query parameter I am passing, that contains this word. Otherwise, you can directly provide this entire value also. Maybe the multiple. Okay, first we will see this one, then I can come back. Otherwise, it is okay. You can see I'm getting only HR data. But someone is coming with the another, sir, I am passing one more query parameter, then what happens? Job equal to HR and employee ID equal to
Not
One
one.
not
what is this one?
102.
So 1 or 2. So in these situations, I am passing the multiple query parameter, but still I want to pick the whatever the job I am passing, that is the only I want to pick it. So in this case, what it is returning? Hello?
Yeah, I'm not able to see.
No. That means screen share
It will
not
still return.
still
it will
which
still
data it is returning data? That is my question,
the containing job.
right? So this is the one. This is the normal condition, right? Oh, it is in the debug mode, I think. Okay. So here someone asked this question. Sir, I am passing the two parameters. That means I am passing the job and as well as employee ID. That means I want to pick only these combination data only, not all the things. That how we can change this one? You guys are understand this is new use case. I am passing two query parameters. One is the job, second one is the employee ID. So then how we can able to get that particular combination only? You are getting my point, right? At least.
Yes, getting.
Yes.
But if we are able to get the appropriate result,
No.
right?
That is my question. Now you guys tell me how we can able to solve it as per now. So whatever the flow you are created, it is always checking is there any query parameter starts with the word job, then what it is executed. But here the requirement is coming the new one. So what is your requirement? So there are two query parameters there. So whatever the two query parameter is there, I want to apply that logic there. Okay. Then tell me how we can able to solve that one. Everybody can select the data, right? So these are different scenarios. Okay. First, we will see, for example, I am passing the two query parameters or three query parameters. I don't know. First, I am creating some variable. Okay, let's check it. First, we will see this scenario one by one. Don't worry, I can explain very slowly. Normal kind of things, don't go for this one. I am creating the something. You can see this is the one, right? Let us say, for example, I am creating one JSON object. Okay. So what is the intention of this JSON object is I am passing the two parameters. Just remember guys, I am passing either job or employee ID. These only I am passing. I'm not creating any dynamic other than, okay, don't go for that scenario. I am passing either job or employee ID. I am passing the job, then I want to pick the depending on the job. If I am passing the employee, depending on the employee ID, I am getting. If I am passing the both, then I want to go for the both one. So these are three conditions only I want to follow it. So before that one, first I want to get it whatever the query parameter I am passing the job. So how we can get the value inside of the query parameter?
Attributes.
Then we can pick this one value, right? Attributes dot
Query string.
no just this I'm simplifying before that one. Query params dot what is the first one? Job. Okay. So first I'm picking the all the query parameters because I know. So I'm passing either job or employee ID.
Attributes dot query parameter.
Attributes dot query params dot employee ID. Okay. So here you can see here this entire thing I want to save it inside of a variable. So generally previously how we are created the variable by using the set variable, right?
Yes.
So here also we can able to create a variable inside of the transformation message. You can see there is a plus button. You able to see it.
Yes.
That is add target. You can simply click on plus button. You can see. So where we need to save the entire data inside of a
variable.
Then you can select the variable. Then you can give the variable here v query parameters. I am giving otherwise query. You can simplify simple word QURY. Params. Okay. Just remember, I don't want to use any payload here. That means after executing of this transformation message, oh, 1 second, guys. Again, we need to write it. What is the first one? Job.
Job.
I forget it. Delete it.
Attributes.
Dot
Query params
job. The next one is
employee.
employee ID, EMP ID, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Attributes dot query params dot employee ID. That means whatever the variable you are sending, I am saving that entire thing inside of a variable. Okay. You can see what is the variable data inside of this one. It is an object. If you want, you can convert them as a JSON. So it is a JSON object and it is a job employee ID is there. So now the question is how we can check it, whether I am passing the job only or employee ID only, how we can check that one?
If else.
Tell me. If this value is not equal to null means there is something value is available inside of the job. If this value is equal to null means there is no value for the job, right? That means these are the different conditions we need to apply for the your choice router. So you are passing only the job. That means there is no value for the employee ID. Then we can go for the job field. For example, I'm checking the both condition. If the both are null, then which one we need to print the all the data, right? So these are the different conditions. You guys are understand? So there is
Yes.
no need of creating this variable. There is a variable is there. For example, I am printing the variable values. Now you can see the same use case. I'm simplifying it. Vars dot uquery parameters I'm printing. Then here we need to write the condition. So what is the first condition? You need to check it first. We need to check it the value. So one first condition is for the job equal to when whatever the job I am passing, those values only I want to pick it, right? So here I am checking the variables vars dot. What is the variable name? Query params dot. So inside of that one, there are two fields are available. You can see the job. So if it is not equal to null means what is the meaning?
The entry, there is a job
There is a
value.
value for the
Job.
Job.
right null. And what is the one more condition? Only for vars dot
Query
query
param.
params dot. There is one more thing is the
Employee ID.
employee ID is equal to null, right?
Hmm.
So what is the meaning? If it is job is not equal to null and employee ID is null means there is only one value for the
Job.
that's it. That is the meaning of this one. Now you got it?
Yes.
Okay. So if you want, you can put the comma like this one.
Can you come again this one, no?
Yeah, I will explain one more time. So here what is my requirement is I am passing the two variables. One second. Maybe I can write it on the screen. One second. First time it seems to be a little bit tricky. Don't worry. Yeah. So here I am passing two variables, right? So
Yes.
what are the two variables? The first one is the job. The second one is
Employed.
employee ID. So how you guys know I am passing only one single one? How we can know it? I am checking the condition like this one. What is the condition? If job not equal to null. So what is the meaning of not equal to null? That means there is a value for the
Value.
job. So
Yes.
what is your requirement? These are the combination. So I am passing the only job field. So in those situation, I need to check one more condition, that is your employee ID equals to null. Then what is the meaning one? If this condition is true, there is a value for the job. If this condition is true, there is no value inside of your employee ID. So in the situation, I am picking only the related to the job.
Job.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, I want to pick only this one. Then you guys tell me what is the condition I am checking. Employee ID is not equal to null. And what the
Jobs
second
equal to null.
condition? Job equal to null.
Null.
So in
Null.
those situation, which one I want to pick it? I want to pick the
Employee ID.
values from the employee ID. So what is the third condition? So I'm
Both
passing the
present.
both one. So how we can get this both one?
Both not null.
Job not equal to null. And here you can see I'm always using and only, not or.
Hmm.
Employee ID
Not equal to
not
null.
equal to null. Then we need to give the condition combination of both job and employee ID. For example, both are null.
Then go for list.
Then go for the normal select.
Select.
Got it, guys? It
Yes.
seems to be
Yes,
very
sir.
simple, but you can see we need to check all this combination. There is no magic is that we need to create all these flows according to this one only. Got it, guys?
Oh, got it.
Yes.
Okay. Now we go and create it. So what is the first condition you are returning for the job
Job.
not equal to null and employee ID is equal to null? Then here we need to display we need to place only the job field. So this is the condition, right? So again, we need to add one more select command. So you can see we need to add one more select, right? We can simply select whatever the one. So you can simply drag in. There is a vertical black line is available. You can able to guys see it. Then you can simply release. Then it is automatically add the one more condition. So here we need to write the condition. What is the condition here? So this is one for the employee ID.
Where's
Where's dot
not
we query
query
pams
param.
dot
Job
employee ID. And
not
first
equal
we
to
will go
null
for the not equal to null.
and
And
where's
what is the
dot
next one? Where's dot we
we
query
query
pams
params.
dot
Job equal
job
to
equal to null.
null.
Then here what is your select command? Only job field only. Then select star from employee where employee ID is equal to,
Equals
we need to give the input parameter. So where it is coming, it is already available inside of variable, right? So how
Yes.
we can get it? Employee ID
attributes.
is equal to, no, it is available inside of a where's dot we query pams dot
Yes, yes.
employee ID. Okay, I think the previous one also we need to change it. Okay, where's dot we query pams dot job. Okay, for this one there is a third one is there. What is the third one?
Both are present.
So both are present. Then we need to add one more select, right? So just
Yes.
drag and drop over here. Then tell me what is the condition first we need to write it.
Where we are writing this condition?
You can see there is a when is there now.
So
You
we
can
have to
simply
click on
click on when, then it is
Mhm.
automatically come here.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Got
So
it.
where's dot
Start we query
we go
params
pams dot
jobs
job
equal
is
to
equal to
Null.
is equal to null, not equal
no
to
no
null,
not equal to null
not equal to null,
and
and same thing.
Where-
Where's dot
we query params
we query pams dot employee ID is
Not
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 equal to
null.
okay. Then we need to write the query. What is the query? We need to write the multiple combination, right? Then we will select command, select
Select
star from employee where that particular combination only you want to get it. Employee ID, emp ID is equal to equal to employee ID, and this is the normal select command. Okay, what is the one? Job
Job.
equal to
job.
So we need to pass the variables here. Okay, what the first one? Employee ID. So where it is available? Where's dot we query pams dot job. The second thing is
employee ID.
oh sorry, employee ID. So this is the job. I want to create it. Tell me where's dot we query pams dot job.
Job.
Okay, that's it. Okay,
And the
what the
fourth one will
remaining
be-
one? There is no need to check it, right?
Yes.
That's it. Okay, let's save it and run the program. Errors in the one, I think where we can see, is there any red marks are there? Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see what is the one. Oh,
Equal to. So, this is the right approach that we are trying now for multiple query param.
is there any other approach is there?
No.
No. Just thinking. So always we need to run the select command, right? For the select command, this is the only possibility. Okay, generally we don't run the correct command like this one. So they created the SP.
Stored procedure.
For the store procedure, we need to provide the input parameters.
That's it.
For the input parameter also, again, we need to check the like this one according to that one. From the SP, there some fields are there, give it as optional. the separate is there. Okay, for the select command, we need to follow this the only way. There is no other approach is there.
Srinath, I have one doubt here.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, why we have selected four select command here?
No. Four select command means we are running the four different SQL SQL command, right?
Yes.
So that means I am running the four different combinations.
No, one for employee ID, one for
One for the job, one for the both one. If you are passing the both,
okay.
the remaining the one I am not passing anything, we can print the everything.
Yeah, the
That's
default.
the one. Yeah.
Is there any predefined connector for such scenario, or we have to do that work?
No, we need to write it here because we don't know na what is the combination you are getting.
Yeah, maybe might be the
Everything
case.
is user defined, right? These are all the things. Yeah. So first we will go for the one by one. I'm not passing anything. You can see I can query parameter. I'm not passing anything. Then ideal situation. Oh, where it is? Where's the query params null? Oh, you can see I'm printing answer. I think somewhere I return instead of and I return the ANS. Okay, here.
Mostly in the both.
We will check others also. Everything is correct here. It is also correct. It also correct. Okay. Then we can say and run one more time. Okay. You can see if you pass nothing, everything is coming. For example, I am passing only job field. There you can see there is a HR, nothing. Okay. For example, instead of job, I am passing the employee ID. That particular employee ID only I am getting, right? For example, I am passing the both. Okay. For example, 1 second. And what is the value for the job? Other value. Okay. There is tester is there. This combination is not available, right? Let's see how the value I am getting it. You can see
No.
that means you can see still it is showing the 200, but there is no value is there.
Because we
Okay.
haven't addressed this.
That.
query.
So how we can solve, how we can generally here we need to give some response message, right? There is no rows are there for the combination something. So how we can able to design these scenarios in future we can see, but you can understand. So there is no matched is there. The SQL command doesn't throw any error. It simply throw an empty array. So
Yeah.
here we need to check it. How we can able to check this one whether I'm getting the data or not?
In the console.
Then you can see that if the size you can see when once it is executed, so the payload we can able to check it. If the size is greater than 0, then you need to display. If otherwise, we need to display some message. What is the message we need to get it? So something what we call it as a response is not there, right? For example, let's me explain. So I want to handle that situation, right? Now you can understand the power of the subflows, why we need to create the subflows. So here you can see I'm writing one transformation. Let's check it. Okay. So here what is my requirement is I'm checking the one condition, the JSON. Okay. I think we are not covered this what we call it as a choice, right? If condition I'm not covering, right?
No.
Okay. So instead of writing that if condition, I'm following the simple thing. 1 second. I can same way we can able to create it. I'm create the subflow. Okay. I'm creating the subflow. Checking. Check. Something checking the size of the payload. Okay, here I am going to do is I am using the choice router when condition I explain what I am doing. Size of, there is a one function is there. Size of payload, it is the greater than 0. Okay. Then we need to return whatever the payload is coming
Logger.
inside of the transformation. For this one, I'm remove it. Okay, let's do. Otherwise we will return it. 1 second. So what is my requirement is it is less than 0 or equal to 0. So if the equal to 0 means there is no data is available, right? Then we need to give the response like this one. JSON. SFAG message. What is the message we know to give it?
No data found. No
No.
such data.
No such data found. Okay. So otherwise, what is your requirement? So you need to print whatever the data is available inside of this one, right? Okay. Let's see. So for the every combination, we need to call that checking condition. If the payload is there, then if the payload is greater than 0, then we need to return the correct combination. So if the payload is greater than 0 means there is no value is there, then we need to return. This is the message. No such data is found. So we need to return the value like this one. Okay. So according to this one, we need to give the status also. Status, I am giving the 402 something. No data is found something. Okay, so this is the one. Is there any error I am getting? No. Why it is showing the error? Okay. Now I want to call that every after executing of each select command, I want to check that one. So instead of writing that one, I'm already creating the subflow. Then we can place the flow reference and I'm calling that flow reference, right? Now you can understand, right?
Yes.
So I am using, you can see every time we no need to check it manually. Again, we don't need it. I am already creating the flow reference. I am calling.
Copying above.
Yeah. Okay. I'm repeatedly call that one. The flow reference always taking time. Don't worry. This is the one of the recently we are created, guys. Just one. In the real times, we are facing these kind of scenarios. Okay. Save the program. Okay. Now let's run the program. You can see the one simple use case, it is covering the choice router, subflows, size, everything. It seems to be very simple, but in the real time, these are the one, right? So when we searching for the any job, right, it is the combination. The location is the Hyderabad and the skill set is the Java. And if it is the both we are providing, it should be provide only the that combination. If that combination is not available, then we need to print the no data is there. Then we can change the combination, right? The same kind of scenario we are handling here. This is the way only we need to handle that scenarios. Okay, let's check this one whether it is getting that one or not. You guys are understand what we designed today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Normal select, don't go for it. This is the combinations general. Okay, let's say for example this is the one previously it is reading the empty array, then you can go for it. You can say what is the one.
No such data found.
Okay, for example there is a employee ID 110 is not available, but the job HR is available, right? Let's go for this one. It is coming.
No.
Am I right?
Yes.
So for example I am giving the 102. Let's check it. If the data is there, then it is coming. Got it? For example, for the single one also it is working. You can observe it. We no need to do. So there is no Java. Job equal to Java. There is no adding there. Then you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That means you can see one single scenario. It handles all the things.
Yeah, I have one
yeah.
query.
Yeah.
Unlike, can you enable both job and key over here?
One
Job
thing
as well
I
as
deleted actually. One second. Which is the one?
job as
I
well as
employee ID, right? Employee ID.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
as we have designed for it, it works for any employee ID that we are passing
Yes.
at the time of query. But we have hard coded in case of job. It doesn't work in case of admin or tester, right? So how to address that?
Sorry. Can you repeat once again?
Yeah. So we are passing two query parameters. One is
Okay.
job, one is employee ID.
Okay.
So in our case, it works for any employee ID which is there in database, whether it is 102, 101,
Yes.
103.
Yes. Yeah.
But when we change job from HR to a developer or tester, it's not working. So is there any way to?
No. You can see you're total confusing. You can see everything is coming from this select query. No?
Mhm.
I'm not checking the query parameters right here. I'm checking what the output generated by this one. You can see. So when it is executed, you can see what is the meaning of this one. So when
Yeah.
we pass the alone the employee ID, then this select query is running.
Yeah.
So that means you can see here I'm not hard coded in value. So it is picking from the output of this select query. So there is only two query parameters. Query parameters name only here I am hard coded, not the values, right?
Okay. So can you go to Postman and make job as a
Yeah.
developer or admin?
Yeah. So you want that means you are talking about you are changing the query parameter, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah,
changing the value, not key.
This is the value.
Yeah. So value I want to change.
Which
We have admin, right?
okay, admin.
Yeah, and employee ID.
Employee ID. For example, search this one. No data.
No.
There is no employee ID. Then you can search it. There is no admin desk data there. So
But admin is there, right?
No.
Database.
Consider. Maybe the spelling is different, no?
ADMIN.
Then we can give here. Tell me what is your requirement. Yeah.
Okay, it's coming. So give 104 along with
104 employee ID. 104. Okay, done. Get it.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah. Okay. So we are coupling. Okay. So just remember, this is the only works for the query parameter. You are passed employee ID and the job only. For example, if you add one more thing, then the entire thing is changed. For example, you can see. We are not handle that scenario, but just remember, there is one thing is the salary. Salary equal to 2000. Let's see. So in this example, you can see it is returning the only first. Because these two query parameters are available, that's why it is picking. Okay. For example, there is job is not there, still employee ID is there, then you
So
can
it will still print 104.
that means you can observe the scenario here. That means you are searching your entire database depending on two query parameter, employee ID and a job. So is the any one is found there, then it is automatically coming. If it is not there, then it is automatically coming the all the values, not regarding the what the value for. Okay. So these are the default set scenarios. Generally, we are using the select. Okay. So just this is the one. Just follow it here. Okay. Just try to create the same scenario to your own. Then you know how we can handle the query parameters, how we can do it, everything. Okay.
Sure.
Anyone, everyone can understand, right? Just
Yes.
go on practice.
Can you come back to Postman again?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Just pass a query parameter as
Which
job
one?
is equal to HR.
Okay.
And
I'm not passing job equal to HR, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And employee ID is
Employee
just
ID.
I want to see the output. Can you come down?
Employee ID also you want to send it?
No, just first I'll see the employee ID. It's a job only.
Okay. Yeah, these are the only two.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So just go on, create your own, then you can get it here. Okay. So that's all for it. You can see now you can understand how we can create the subflows and how we can able to use it, the reusable thing and everything, right?
Yes.
So these are the scenarios generally.
Code reuse. Yeah.
Okay. So just it. Yeah. The real time also we are going to design like this one also, guys. Just remember, there is no nothing special. There is no magic is there. Again, we need to follow same scenario only. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Is there any other doubts? So just practice it. Tomorrow we will see some more.